Hello, in this video we're going to be going over how I find winning Facebook ads using dynamic creatives. And I'm going to go over exactly what that looks like inside of the campaign, why I use these, and if this works for you, no matter what business that you are, okay? So we're going to go through all those things. So let's go ahead and get right into this. Overview, like what is a dynamic creative? So how do I set this up? This dynamic creative, you can see my naming convention right here. I label it DCT. DCT just means dynamic creative testing, okay? And then I put a BAU after it, which just means business as usual. So this typically means when I start to find winners in here. So this campaign before wasn't always necessarily operating great until there were some winning ads in there. And then once there was winning ads in there, I kind of switched the naming convention up to a business as usual account because it started performing extremely well. All right, so nonetheless, I set this dynamic creative up as a CBO campaign. All right, and we can see here that I had the budget right here set for $75 daily. And we spent just under $300 in these 4 days, May 1st to May 4th. And we can see here it's gotten 15 purchases, just under 2 return on ad spend at right around $550 in total sales. So this budget right here, this is why I really like dynamic creative and these type of campaigns. We could start, or this type of campaign will work if you're spending $15,000 a day to spending a couple $100 a day to just starting out on Facebook ads, okay? And you don't have to, or if you're trying to spend more efficiently inside of your ad account. So if you're spending a couple $1,000s a day and you're not using dynamic creative testing, then this is a great way to spend more efficiently. So you could start off whatever budget you would kind of want inside of that account, just to spend more efficiently, all right? And we'll get more into that here shortly. Anyway, with that being said, this campaign right here, we're spending $75 daily. We did not start off at $75 daily. We kind of grew to that. And I like to increase 20% every 3 days, as long as we're within KPI, of course, on those last 3 days. If I'm looking at it on the last 3 days and we're under KPI, then I will probably reduce the budget. And then, yeah, I'll have like a floor budget. Like I don't want to go below. All right, so let's actually go into this campaign here. So of course you can see we're at the campaign level. This is all of our metrics from the campaign level. So let's go inside and take a look at these ad sets. All right, so I have one ad set, I have 22. I have the 51 images there, and I have 45 images. So 22 is actually video, 51 is images, and 45 are images as well. Typically I do put the word picture or images inside of the ad set, and vid or video inside of if it's a ad set name, if it's a video or image. In this scenario, I did not do that though. Anyway, inside of each of these 3 ad sets, there's 3 creatives. Okay, so the dynamic creative, you can upload up to 10. When I'm running dynamic creative testing, I put 3 inside of each ad set, all right? So 22 has 3 videos in there, 51 has 3 images, and 45 has 3 images. And we could see that all of the spend went to 22. All right, so 22 is by far the winner in this situation. Okay, it's the winner for a couple reasons. One, it's taking up all of the spend. All right, and then also the metrics. We'll go over the metrics, but it's important to know like how I set this up. So when I set up a dynamic creative, like I said, there's three creatives inside of dynamic creative. There's also 2 ad copies in there, and there's 2 headlines. So that's always how I set up the dynamic creative: 3 creatives, 2 ad copies, and 2 headlines. When I create a new dynamic creative test, so today, if I were to launch a new ad set inside of this campaign, I would label it whatever the images or the videos are and whatever versions of it are, okay? And then I would actually keep 1 winning ad copy and 1 winning headline, and then I would actually create a new version for my second one, okay, for both ad copy and the headline as well. So in this situation right here, 22 is working really well for us. We'll go over why this is actually a winner. But how I find more winners from this is I analyze that 22 videos are working. I'll actually go inside of the ad set and go to the ad level, see which actual creative is working the best. And then what I actually will do there is I'll sit down with my creative team and we'll start to create hypotheses, briefs, and iterations on this video of how we can make this creative even better. Now, this creative has been running really long for us, so we've known it's a winner. Creating iterations off of it have not necessarily been the easiest thing, because this video right here is crushing it. Like, to find something that outperforms it, like it's been doing really well for us for a long time. So trying to find that second iteration off of that, and while also creating net new concepts at the same time. But I'm going to go over why that's a winner. All right. What I do want to show though is how many tests that we're actually putting out there and how many failed tests that we've had, because it's not just like one and done or anything like that. All right. So what we can actually see here is these are all of the ad sets that have been inside of this campaign that are actually failed tests. All right, so we have these, we have all of these images here, these pictures here, right? And we can see a couple different iterations, like 50 iterations. So when it says 50 iterations like that, number 50 was probably working out pretty well for us. And then we went ahead and made different iterations off of that image. So that could look like changing the actual headline and having like a different angle, or it could be keeping the headline and changing the actual image in the picture, whatever it is like that, right? Same thing with 45 and 45. When I put the number 2 here, that's because I have 3 and 3. So I have 6 iterations here, 6 total iterations for 45, and I split it up 3 and 3, and I put it inside the dynamic creative test to make sure that we're spending efficiently there, okay? And then we can see a couple other ones here as well, but these are all failed tests. And it's very important. I could put these inside of an ABO, but remember, this dynamic creative test, this style of campaign is so that we're spending efficiently. All right. So if I go ahead and put it at an ABO at low scale or at a low budget, it might go ahead and get creatives at first. We might spend $75 over, or like we might put the budget maybe $10 or $25. And over the next 7 days, that return on ad spend might look good, but it's at a lower budget. Okay. And it also doesn't have any competition to compete with. So it's not necessarily a winner from that. A winner in my eyes, it has to be my best performing creative. All right. Or it needs to, or my best running creative needs a running mate, someone that it can go out and perform with. Okay. I really always like to use the analogy of just having like a pitching rotation inside of our ad sets, where we can have like 5 aces, for example, like 5 ultra winning creatives that they're all running mates together. That's where I try to get this dynamic creative to. All right. So anyway, these are all failed creative tests. And look how many there are. There's a lot. So we need to keep on testing. And what's so awesome about the dynamic creative is that it's a CBO campaign. Facebook is going to decide where it's going to spend the budget at. And that's so important, because Facebook doesn't necessarily care about what your return on ad spend is. Facebook cares about if your ad is engaging. And then if you create an engaging ad, they're going to be happy because the people watching your ad like to watch your ad. And then it's your job inside of your ad creative and your landing page and your offer to convert those people. Okay. So we can actually see here inside of our winning ad set. I'm going to go on to why this is a winner inside of this ad set. Not only is it getting all of the spend, literally 100% of the spend, but the scroll stop, which is the hook rate. So it's what's the percentage of people watching the first 3 seconds of our video. We have 73% of people stopping and watching our video. Like, think about that. It's already hard enough to stop a scroll. Our KPI on this is we want this over 30%, this hook rate, and we're at 73%. So we're 43% percentage points higher than our KPI. This ad is absolutely crushing it, and it's getting thousands and millions of views. All right. So people are actually stopping. 73% of people are stopping watching the video. And then to add to that, our hold rate is analyzing what is the percentage of people stopping, not just stopping, but what is the percentage of people watching 15 seconds of our video. And this is 26% of people, 25.5% of people are watching 15 seconds of our video. So 73% are stopping their scroll, 25% are watching the first 15 seconds, and then 2% of people are clicking through onto our website and going to our landing page. In this scenario, we're running a listicle here. So we put a blog style listicle as a landing page there, okay? That's not for this video, but we have 2% of people going to this or clicking through, which is a pretty good click-through rate. If I can get this to like 3.5%, I think that's how the video can be a little bit better. And then why this is also a winner is because we have all of these add to carts, checkouts, and purchases. But what I want to actually say is our conversion rate. Look at our conversion rate. When someone comes through this ad creative and they go through our landing page, 17.5% of people are converting from this actual ad creative. That's an astronomical amount. And then of course our return on ad spend is great, and our cost per purchase is great as well. So I highly recommend putting dynamic creatives inside of your ad account if you want to spend more efficiently, if you're already spending, or if you're just starting out. It's a very efficient way to spend and get some good lean results. Or if you're doing this already, just continue scaling up your budget. 20% every 3 days, nice and slow scale, but you need to have the creative like background and the creative production behind it inside of this campaign, so that you can continuously trying to find running mates. Okay, and I think like that's kind of like the best analogy there. So I really hope that this video helps. Yeah, and start implementing this dynamic creative test. Let me know how it works out for you. Thank you so much for watching this. Talk soon.